listen up, heads down, I have something to say. Scratch that, reverse it, heads up, listen to your ears, and think about what I'm saying. In the Willy Wonka prequel movie, that one guy from that stupid movie Dune, which is a desert of blank storytelling. I don't know why people love that movie. I just didn't get interested in it. But anyway, there's a scene of an Oompa Loompa. Now, Oompa Loompas are a representation of people with dwarfism. Is it discrimination that a tall man, or a tall normal-sized man, who's a great actor, by the way, I actually like him. However, I want you to think about this. Is it a discrimination? Is playing as an Oompa Loompa, and Oompa Loompas are representation of people with dwarfism. That they're shadowing what is a human being with dwarfism challenge, to shadow them and have a tall man represent them. Is it? I think it's kind of discrimination that when I am a tall human being, I've been discriminated before, skirmish, bullied because of me being short. I come from a line of short families. However, I have seen horrible representation of, let's just say, and this was something I talked about earlier with Snow White, with Disney doing Snow White in the Seven Dwarfs movie, which is, I think, is just called Snow White. There are children who will watch this movie and think that orders from a tall person, normal-sized person, to help them make their dreams. Taking tasks from tall people. It's kind of a discrimination if you think about it. And if you look deep further into what I'm thinking, children with dwarfism are going to think it's okay, or they're going to be scared that one day someone tall is going to capture them, or somebody in social media think it's okay that people who take charge. Now, if in this movie the Oompa Loompa helps Willy Wonka, then that's good. Helps his dream come true, whatever. But isn't it a discrimination that people who are cast of a normal sized tall person? I honestly love the actor in Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, which is a beautiful movie, by the way. Isn't it a little discriminating that a tall person, normal person, is shadowed, represented for people with dwarfism? Shouldn't people with dwarfism be represented in movies, not animated in any shape or form way? Isn't that kind of hurtful? I mean, in the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka, and there's been so many iterations, I apologize. In the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie, the original, Willy Wonka is helped and talked by people who are from a jungle. A jungleized village. Now, hopefully, in the movie, they become smart-minded humans apparently Willy Wonka captures him in the movie in a glass jar. Isn't it a little bit of a downside that not only tall people are represented to represent people with dwarfism and short people, and they think it's okay to make fun of us or people who are short? Isn't it kind of hurtful that discrimination that people who are taller than people with dwarfism are representing people who have dwarfism? Isn't that kind of hurtful? And if so, I mean, it's kind of like if somebody represented of a Black Lives Matter character, Black character, African American character, African character is white, or something like in Avatar, someone who is represented as a Black character or African character, and they transition their body, and white people are transitioning their bodies into what represents a Black character skin body. It's so wrong that James Cameron thought of this, that even it's more wrong that in the movie sequel, The Way of the Water, Native Americans are whitewashed and trash talked in the movie. In Way of the Water, are all whitewashed and are shunned, that their culture is being talked through white supremacist characters, white supremacist actors, and white people playing Native Americans. Isn't that kind of hurtful and discrimination? So isn't it discriminating that a tall person is representing, playing an character that is representing of dwarfism? Shouldn't people with dwarfism be proud and represented, and instead of being captured, which I don't know in the movie, we don't know, it's coming out in Christmas, isn't it discriminating? And I'm someone who doesn't have dwarfism. I am someone who, however, was bullied for being short, mind you. So, listen up, scratch that, heads up, and think about what I'm saying. Thank you. This is your Corey Daydream signing off.